Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome again. I am Eric Root, Everything Bagel, 24 Hours of Lemons, and thank you all for joining us for week 2 of Lemons iRacing. We're glad to have you back after our debut week last Thursday at Laguna Seca, or, alternately, we're glad you're bored enough to consider this new and exciting entertainment. You can join the conversation on Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitch, wherever you're watching, and get ready for as close as we can get right now to real Lemons racing. This week we're at Lime Rock, a tiny bull ring of a track in the Northwest Connecticut with some of the most boring corner names in racing history. This is Lemons, so you can be sure we won't let those names go without selling out to the man. With racing coming in just a couple minutes, let me introduce you to my broadcast partners, Sean Yoder of Nemesis Lab and Ryan Bauer, aka the Bearded Sim Racer.
What's going on, everyone? It's Yoda. It's so good to be back. Actually, you said glad to have you back. We're just surprised that y'all came back and really appreciative that y'all came back after last week. We're going to do our best to give you more of the train wrecky goodness that you're used to. Ryan's down in the production booth taking care of everything that needs to be taken care of camera-wise and keeping the show up and running. So, Ryan, say hello to the people.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're having a good evening. Sorry for the delay, but we're getting ready to get rolling here as these drivers are just about done and with the warm-up period, and it'll be exciting to see as you get a good look at what I like to call Mayhem Corner tonight. Is there a particular sponsor for this area of the track tonight?
There is. Let me check that. That is the Theodore Donald Karabatsos Memorial Bowling Pin Uphill. Good reference to the Big Lebowski for you fans.
Hopefully these drivers tonight are not going to be out of their element.
Oh my God, the dude abides.
Indeed. We got just about, 30 seconds until we start off the first race. We wanted to bring you the action a little more directly this week. So one quick note, this race night is brought to you by the all-new 1992 Buick Skylark. Buy one for your mother because it has a face that only a mother could love. There you go.
Hey, there's been a lot of ugly cars over the years, no doubt about that. That's hilarious. All right, getting ready to go to the starting grid now, guys. We've got a lot of cars out there tonight, guys, so I don't know if we'll get through the whole grid, but let's do our best to let these people at home know who our 60 drivers are. I'll take the first 10. Here we go with the starting grid, everybody. Well, let's wait a second here. Waiting for it to pop up. Oh, of course not. All right, well, we got Lucas Wallace out front with Christopher Patterson, Jared Noltmeyer, David Bryan, Miguel Kanoski, Gavin Zephyr, Jonathan Lyons, Carl Lynn, Anton Lovett, John Pickering, and AJ Bloomfield round out your top 11 starters.
Robert Shearer starts after that. Roger McDaniels, Duff Beerman is 13th. Rob Leone making his iRacing debut in 14th. Matt Fox, 15. Gregory Schnitger in 16th rounds out the Class C field. Adam Furla, 17. Matt Larson, 18. James Pankos, 19. Pat Mulry, 20. Warren Van Noos, double winner last week, 21st. Nathaniel Adler's 22nd. I don't know why we're going by 11s, but I'll let Sean take the next 11.
Let's go ahead and go for it. David Whitworth, 23rd. Chris Wolfson, 24th. Matt Murphy rolling off 25th. Jordan Teal.
I think we lost Sean. I got moved. Oh, Sean, right. We lost Sean for a second there. Hold on a second. There
I left the broadcast booth, and I don't know how.
Welcome back.
I have no idea. I don't know where I left off. But 27th, Rich Hammond. 28th, Christopher Foot. 29th, Anton Garov. 30th, Peter Cicero. 31st, Aaron Sloman. 32nd, Brett Sloman. I mean, the brothers just wanted to race together, I guess.
The brothers Sloman tonight.
33rd, Perry Ciaretti? I don't know. Perry.
Rolling off
the number 31 car.
Rolling off 34th, we see Matt Smith, James Rucker, Ryan Stevens, Thomas Lamino. Jeff Van Stone starts 38th tonight. 39th will be Daniel Half. Daniel Wallace rolls off 40th tonight. 41st, Robert McDaniels. 42nd, Paul Goebel. The first of the Class A cars, Will Fisher, the number 3. Christopher Cromie, Seth Whitaker, Norbert Sabatko, Philip Courtier. Randy Parsons Jr. rolling off 48th. 49th will be John B. Cox. 50th, David Carpenter. under. Rolling off 9th in class in the 51st position, we see Matthew Gain, Daniel Knight. Keep an eye on him. We know he's going to be murking his way through the field tonight. And that's as far as we're going to get, guys, as they're getting ready to take the green here.
Here they come down the downhill, presented by Howard Dean's 2004 Iowa caucus results. Gonna be a good race, pretty sure.
It makes me happy, and Howard Dean's happy, so we should all be very happy about that.
That's right.
Green flags out as we see the head down into turn 1 on lap 1 of 2.1 million something according to scoring. So that fits in.
Checks out.
Check out. You see the front two get away a little bit from the pack, and then we'll just keep an eye on things now because we know it's going to be exciting. So let's focus on the exciting areas of the track, guys. See some different machines out there, and so far so good getting through the beginning of the stages here as we see some of the Jettas and the Miatas working together. We see a couple guys going off, but no major calamity so far. We take you now to Mayhem Corner.
No major calamity so far is not necessarily a great thing. We're looking for major calamity. As a matter of fact, I salute major calamity.
You know, I'm used to wearing the producer hat for the other types of racing that I'm involved in. So this is definitely something. You're right. We do want to see calamity. We're going to go ahead and watch the whole field come through what we call the. You're going to have to remind me again. I know it's Big Lebowski, Donnie, but this particular area of the track should be as we see a massive pileup, guys. Here come the Class A cars doing their best to get through, and I like that number 58 machine. That looked pretty cool. So here come the Mustangs and the rest of the street stocks.
And there's a car flipping on the front straight. Always good to see that Jetta. See if I can get a.
And there it is, major carnage. I dropped back to the back of the field to take a look at Daniel Knight and watch these Camaros march through the pack. We do have word that the Jetta actually can carry some pretty big pace here, so maybe the Camaro will have its hand full tonight, and the folks that chose that Class A car might have a little bit of trouble getting to the front, but I get the feeling that we're going to see the Camaros starting to get more than a little argy-bargy as the night goes on.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We see the leader working his way through the downhill, coming back around to complete lap 2 of 2.1 billion. That's a lot of laps. It's going to be a long night, guys. But the front
Does that get us to the sun or beyond?
If we're converting laps to miles, how long did we say Lime Rock was? Let's take a look. Looks like it is
1.6, I think.
1.5 according to the Sims. So
there we go.
Let's do. Oh, here we go. It's figured it out. Looks like we're going to do about 23 laps, guys. So that makes a lot of sense. 24-minute race here. Yay for math.
I'd like 2.1 billion better. I wanted to string it out to where we're driving to Pluto. That'd be fun.
Pluto, not a planet, by the way.
No, unfortunate.
Is it not really? Seriously?
I feel like this is a good sticking point.
I'm an old school guy.
Maybe we should just keep the whole broadcast talking about Pluto.
Sure.
I think that's very on brand.
It's a Pluto cast tonight. I want to thank everybody at home for tuning in. Everybody on Facebook, carrying about 500 viewers right now. 400 viewers right now. We appreciate all of you tuning in for the mayhem as we see a Solstice get the boot in the chicane. It's rough. Looks like not a lot of damage there, but maybe he can create some more pulling back onto the track. Just keep your eyes fixed right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be chaotic. Oh, we see a Miata get the boot. Whoa.
Oh, my God. There are 53 cars trying to make it through the chicane right now, all at the same time. Miata spun around. The number 17 Camaro tries to take the nose off the Miata. There's another Miata around. There's a Solstice around. There's a Mustang around. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
I'm a big fan of the Howard Dean. Crap. I already forgot what it's called. The downhill presented by Howard Dean's 2004 Iowa caucus results is maybe I should have made the uphill presented by, but
things have certainly been downhill for him, so that seems applicable to me to make it the downhill.
That's where I was going with it.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's really easy to move Howard over to the chicane and just get him to yell.
Yes.
Every once in a while.
We
can do that. It's
Every
fine.
time we see the leader get the boot, get up on two wheels in a massive T-bone collision at the Howard Dean downhill. Claims another victim, our leader, Lucas Wallace, in that 24 Buffs Racing Slostus. Hate to see that for him. Looks like he's going to be making his way to pit road. That's going to hand the lead over to David Bryan, who has to avoid the 31 machine. Who knows what was happening there, but new leader, guys. David Bryan in that 87 machine. Let's get a good look at, see if we can get a good look at this machine.
I swear the 31 was literally like just perpendicular to the track and driving across it for no reason whatsoever. Couldn't tell what was going on there.
I don't think that's unreasonable. Should point out that Brett Sloman, by the way, spun on the pace lap, which is always a pro move.
Living up to the namesake of being a slow man.
I wonder where his brother is in the standings. I suspect he's a little higher.
Let's take a look as we throw it back to the Mayhem corner. We'll look for the Slowmans on the sheet. Looks like we've got, let's see here. Nothing
Aaron's
like that.
Running 8th in class.
Yeah, Aaron's running in 21st, 8th in class. And the other one's around here
Brett's
somewhere.
way down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm scrolling all the way down.
Both the Slowmans are
Found him.
New Zealanders.
Oh, nice.
And their father was a big sprint racing guy, so they come from a racing family.
Very cool. P50
Which
for
is
the
funny
other,
that they
for the
ended
other
up
Slowman.
Funny that they ended up racing Lemons, but you know.
Hey. See lots
Do
of.
we want to know who's on the naughty list right now? Who's actually got some incidents? Because I can pull that up.
Yes,
yeah, we should do that.
All right. On lap 5, David Swig had an off track. Norman King had an off track on lap 5. Carl Lynn had an off track on lap 5, and then on lap 5, Carl Lynn had another off track. Robert McDaniels on lap 4 had 2 off tracks in a row. Jordan Teal came in for a pit stop. Not really on the naughty list, but that's a little early to come in for a pit stop in a 24-lap race that you probably shouldn't have to come in for a pit stop at all on. And let's see, on lap 3, Perry had an off track. AJ Bloomfield had an off track on 3. Lots of people in the pits on lap 4, which is, again, early in a race that you really shouldn't have pit stops at all. And there's a lot more off tracks coming in. So if the penalty box were alive, it would be busy right now.
Well, we do have someone in the penalty box. Let me see if there's anybody down there at the moment.
If you guys haven't had a chance, get a look at that number 26 machine that we were just talking about. It's got some different things on there. I'm not sure. It's definitely a meme car. We like that. There's an upset cat, and that's not Leave Britney Alone, but it seems pretty similar as we see a Miata going to the inside in turn 1.
It's the woman yelling at the cat. I can't think of the meme's name. Smudge.
Yeah.
Cat.
Here,
Yeah.
we pick up. We've got the number 17 here on the screen. Daniel Knight in the. I'm already drawing a
Tiger
blank.
King.
The Tiger King. Thank you. Headed towards Mayhem Corner. We'll just keep an eye here and see what. Oh, we see a Miata get a little slideways. Some of the Class A cars starting to come through. All these drivers are doing a fantastic job. Our boy in that blue Jetta from last week, is that the same guy that we had that was doing so well last week?
Warren.
Yeah. Thank you. It's been a long week. It's been a long week.
It's been a long year this week.
Yes, it has. We'll keep our eyes fixed on the Tiger King machine here in the A-Class car, doing his best to work his way through this traffic as we see 3 wide going to the downhill. Oh, yeah. Gotta love that. Tiger King gets through that. Okay. Shout out to Daniel Knight, P7 in class, guys. A little bit of right front damage, so there has been some carnage there. Now in the front, a new leader, guys. The number 3 always the Miata gives it to the leader going through the chicane. Our leader now, that's Will Fisher in that number 3, the white and orange beater with the blue stripes on the side. Good looking machine there. Headed down the downhill.
Bill Fisher, that driver, was a GT Academy contestant. He is no stranger to sim racing. Made it onto the TV show that Nissan was doing at the time, and concurrently was racing a Ford Festiva.
Excellent.
As one does.
Excellent.
As one does. If you're going to perform at the highest levels, Ford Festiva is really what everybody thinks about immediately.
You can't argue with that kind of logic.
No, it's
Did
good.
I lock you up there for a second, Aaron?
You did. You did.
Literally, you kind of like.
Well,
if we'd have been next to each other, you'd had lockjaw for a second.
I wanted to jump in and defend the Ford Festiva and then I just thought how ridiculous that would sound. So
Then you were like, there's no defense for that.
it was long story. Anyway, good to see Bill Fisher driving hard and headed down the downhill presented by Howard Dean's 2004 Iowa caucus results.
Let me know
We
when
have
it's too
someone
much.
in the chat saying that it's too bad that the Sim 9 car couldn't have been on track. It is on track. Go
That's
back
correct.
to the, Mr. Producer, go back to the number 49 John B. Cox car in Class A and show the folks the 9 car because it's glorious. It's beautiful.
We should take a moment to try and work through some of the liveries. As watch Tom Lamino get punted at the downhill presented by Howard Dean's 2004 Iowa caucus results.
There's the 49, the Pop-Tart, the kitty Pop-Tart rainbow. Love it. I forget what you said, meme cat, right?
Neon Cat, yeah.
Neam cat, that's it. Thank you. Hey,
And once again, for breakfast this morning, strawberry milkshake Pop-Tarts is
Breakfast
what I had.
champions. That's the
You get
real
it.
breakfast champions. Please don't sue us, ladies.
you get a good
They're
look at
so good.
the front rotors on that car glowing as he's using a lot of brake. Here we go down into Mayhem Corner, guys. This should be exciting. Here we go.
He's got a Jetta in front of him. He's got a whatever that was he just passed. He's got rainbow power. He's got cat power. And he's got Pop-Tart power. And he's got purple power. He can't lose.
Lots of power.
He's only a
Oh,
lap down as well.
You hear the tires screeching through West Bend. A lot of excitement here through the Howard Dean Memorial downhill. Excellent apex. Jackie Stewart would be proud of that curb attacking going on there from John B. Cox. Doing a fantastic job. A little bit behind, guys. Unfortunately, it looks like he's a lap down at this point, so we're not sure if we missed some calamity, and unfortunately, if we did, as we definitely got a lot of things going on at one time out here on the track. If anybody in the chat has a particular livery they want us to check out, let us know. Or if you guys are up here in the booth with me, have anything you want us to check out.
Hey, we it turns out we have a customer down in the penalty box, so let's bring Judge Phil up in the broadcast, and we're going to let him dole out a penalty to Tom Lamino.
Well, yeah, we got Tom Lamino. I mean, Tom and I go way back. Penalty box sort of companions. He on the side of the miscreant, and me on the side of absolute fair and wise justice. And I think the penalty I'd like to see in this case would be something that we can all share. So I'd like Tom to go and make himself a dunce cap out of materials he can find in his COVID-safe lockdown facility, put it on his head, and the word dunce should be written on it. Take a selfie with it and post it in the Lemons iRacing Facebook. I'd like to see that. That's a penalty. What do you think, Tom?
So unfortunately, I threw all of my cardboard out today with the trash. So I literally do not have any
It doesn't have to
cardboard.
be cardboard. It could be paper. You're saying that you're so deprived of literacy that your household single piece of cellulose compound you could make a dunce cap out of?
I guess I'll work on it at
That's
this
disappointing.
point. I'm stuck in the pits anyway because my car is fucked. So I will.
Well, it takes a
Figure it
lot
out.
longer to fix a real car than to fix this car. So there's that.
That's true. Okay. Well, I'm putting my headphones down, so I'm not going to hear you because I have to
Okay.
go look for.
All right, make
something.
a dunce cap. Take a selfie. Put it on the page.
All right,
I'll be back.
we will
Okay.
put that on the Lemon social media once we get that.
It's gonna
Thanks,
be
Judge Phil.
So good.
All right, picking
Judge
back
Phil,
up the
everybody.
action. Yeah, Judge Phil, appreciate that. Judge Phil is fair but just, Jeremy. You're absolutely right about that.
Tom Lamino, longtime racer, raced a Volkswagen Fox, which has somehow ended up in the hands of Grassroots Motorsports magazine, wearing a gigantic wing, both front and back. There is a wing mounted to the hood, which is pretty spectacular for a car with a top speed before putting a wing on it of about 58 miles per hour. So it's down to about 46 miles an hour top speed now.
Extra drag.
With a solid tailwind. We just had a request in chat to check out the livery on the 74 car, and I can't find it.
It's
Can
second
you
place
find
overall.
it, Mr. Producer?
Yep.
He is going into turn one. Why So Rude is on this car.
Yeah, that'll happen. I give that Chris a lot of
Christopher Cromie. Excellent.
a lot of guff.
With
Yes.
the love on the hood. That's just great. Get a good look at that. There we go.
Thank you for that, Lemonade Racing. My face appears in all kinds of strange places. That sounds really bad. Let me rephrase that.
Who is Garland Buckeye?
Exactly. Somebody gave me a T-shirt with my face on it one time, and I was equal parts entertained and horrified, which is kind of Lemons, really, if you boil it down to its most basic elements.
Picked up a new camera angle down here at the Mayhem chicane, looking into this chicane, not knowing what's coming from the right. It's very, you never know what you're going to get here. This guy's doing a good job so far getting through here. Working on lap 15 now already.
This one's going to wind down in a hurry, and that's a shame. We might be able to revisit this track later on if everybody loves it, but all I can think of is 4 hour, 6 hour, 8 hour.
We do need to do an enduro, and I think this would be a great track to do that at for sure.
Survival of the fittest.
Absolutely.
Got a comment in the YouTube chat from Blake Field. A disappointed comment that Phil didn't mention a urethra. That is, that's kind of atypical. That's not the first sentence that comes out of Phil's mouth. I'll agree with that. We'll see if we can work on that.
Here we go. Number 6. Jeff Averill with the shout out in chat saying we should look at Paul Goebel's number 6 machine. Jay likes us too is on the side. I see Jay's face. Zero Energy Racing. Put our meat in your mouth. Okay, New Jersey Motorsports Barbecue 2020.
That's right.
I do love barbecue.
They make brisket for the entire paddock at every race.
Oh, man.
There is a Del Sol, which is, whatever, but mostly they make gigantic amounts of brisket and feed it to everybody.
Well, shout out for that. And that's worth the drive to New Jersey there. I love me some brisket.
I'm in. I will unsocially distance just to get some brisket.
That's right.
Just out of curiosity, Eric, did you see Jeffrey Staub's comment in the YouTube chat by any chance?
I know Jeff, and I know that I probably don't want to read whatever it is.
Evidently, your face appears all over the planet Uranus.
No, Uranus, Missouri. So,
is that what it is?
Yeah, so that's a tourist trap on Route 66. Home of the Uranus Fudge Factory, which is a real place. And you go in, and the second you walk in, they say, welcome to Uranus, and they ask you how you want your Uranus fudge packed. It's a whole shtick, yeah.
Shout out to, where did it go? Glenn Farney in the YouTube chat. He says we should run an enduro on Sundays because Lime Rock does not allow racing on Sundays. So that would be...
You've kicked that idea around.
That would be very lemony to do so. I think that would be great.
Is there any way that when we do that, we can go out to Lime Rock and set up some gigantic speakers and just broadcast the sim race? And then when they come out there to go, hey, you've got to shut that, there's no one racing. It's just a thought.
Yeah, the ultimate troll to the residents around Lime Rock Park. They're up there in Connecticut. Be on the lookout.
Got about 4.5 minutes left. Actually, there's a little more than that. Judge Phil has Brett Sloman down in the penalty box. We want to hear from Phil and Brett.
Absolutely.
All right, let's pull them up there. I have Judge Phil back from the penalty box, and he's down there with Brett Sloman.
Brett is still mixing it up.
I was just talking to Brett, but I'm looking at the blimp view, and I just saw car number 48 hit the blue Miata in a really heinous and veinous manner. I have to say,
Joe Exotic of him.
Wasn't very excited about that.
Let's see if we can pick up the replay.
But we've got 48. Just it looked pretty egregious to me, like he straight up pitted him. But anyway, we've got Brett here in the penalty box, and he's already admitted to.
Well,
Brett's already admitted to running over a couple of endangered species. That's all I have to say. Is like I don't approve of that.
Struggles of all may lead to nuclear holocaust.
Anyway, so if we can get number 48 to come in too, but for right now, Brett, I would like you to do a penalty very well suited to this sort of online interaction. I need you to do the sing a song penalty for us. So when you were growing up in that down under sort of sheep-friendly place that you come from, did you guys sing Old MacDonald Had a Farm? That song? Was that like an oldie but goodie when you were a kid?
Yeah, there were a couple of versions of it.
Well, can you do the one that involves COVID-19? Actually, how about, remember the old Dexy's Midnight Runners song, Come On Eileen? How about COVID-19? Let's hear you sing those words. Yeah, you know that song.
Yeah, I just came into the pit because it's really distracting with the push to talk, and I got no.
Really? Oh, God, no, that's a perfectly good excuse. Well, I suppose we could wait for number 48 to come. That guy, like, straight up took his Camaro. I believe that was the Camaro. It's hard to tell from the blimp.
Yeah.
And pitted that poor Miata, which is now, I guess, getting a 45-second subframe swap, which is how they seem to do it here.
Yeah, the bribe
Level McDonald.
That's
I think Brett can go then. Fine. He had a problem with his push to talk. It reminds me of that one time we were at CMP and a guy came in for just spinning out all by himself, and he had a really good excuse. He was like saying, "Yeah, I had a wasp get under my race suit, sting me on my parts." You can't make that up. I mean, nobody would think to make that up. So it worked, and this is kind of the same thing.
And you can check for that too. Like,
it's
very obvious. You literally could check for that.
I'd have to say, I mean, I'm even uncomfortable checking racing gear for the correct tags and all that because I figure the racing gears all cover the taint juice. To be honest, I mean, I'm not gonna cut any corners in my description there. So I figured actually looking at a racer's sweaty, nasty, wasp-stung parts in South Carolina, it's 105 degrees out. That would put me off my moonshine later on, if you know what I mean.
Could we get a mandatory trackside bidet? Before anyone puts the fire suit on, you go through the bidet line.
Well, I think my version of that would be the fire extinguisher bidet, which is that white powder. Is that Howard Dean?
Yeah, it is.
Well, anyway, comrades, I think the People's Revolutionary Corps.
Absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you, Judge Phil. We love you.
All right.
Big love, Judge Phil.
Okay. Yeah, I need it.
We can't
Thank you
fix
for that,
that damage.
Who are we riding along with now, Mr. Producer?
No crowds due to isolation. Mustang owners rejoice. Casual Gearheads on YouTube. We are
Most
watching.
excellent.
We are watching in Mayhem Corner. So we see a light blue Miata go around. Had some help from that black and green Mustang.
Light blue Miata is probably
Is that the same light blue Miata that was around
this is
about a lap and a half ago?
This is the number 62 machine. I think he's sitting there waiting for his friend to come back around. But we see the Tiger King machine, the Niam Cat machine. Oh, there we go. Excellent recovery by the Miata. See the Mustang, Dukes of Hazzard through the chicane. I just played the sound where I'd play it again. But these drivers are doing a great job. We're getting down towards the end of the race here. We'll go now and pick up our leader. That's Will Fisher in the number 3 machine. And we'll take a ride around Lime Rock Park with our leader and see what kind of calamity he can get into.
How big of a lead does Mr. Fisher have right now? Mr. Fisher is
16 seconds.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, 16 seconds.
He's putting a hurting on the rest of the field. 16 seconds up. Behind Will Fisher, we've got Christopher Crome. He's 16 seconds back, and then behind Christopher in the 17 car, we have Daniel. Oh, whoa! Wait a minute. Daniel Knight just took over second place, putting Christopher Crome back into third place. So the top 3 right now, at least top 2 and 3, are going at it.
real racing. Never would have guessed.
Right?
Don't tell anyone. If you talk about it, it'll go away.
Just a quick program note. After this, we will have a short break. We'll cut to a practice. There's a giant pile up in the middle of the track, as happens anytime I open my mouth. And we'll have another race at around 10:30 p.m. Eastern. So that's going to be about
12 minutes from now.
12 minutes from now. Yeah. Or as close to that as we can get it, at least.
Yeah, well, that shouldn't be a problem.
It'll be fine. Everything's
Oh, yeah.
fine.
Oh, yeah. Will Fisher getting it done, ladies and gentlemen. Into West Bend.
Is your room on fire, Eric? Is everything fine?
Yeah. Completely all the time. Should mention that these trips to the penalty box are brought to you by the Sad Circus in the strip mall parking lot. Mommy, can we go?
Wow.
Is it just a circus, or is it like a local fair?
You know, there's always this nebulous, I don't know if you ever lived in a small town or whatever, but there's always like a nebulous circus that shows up and nobody really knows. There's no promotion, they just show up. Yeah, that.
The exotic animal is a goat with a carrot glued to the middle of its forehead.
Basically that, yeah.
It's like the goat unicorn.
We pick up our leader who's having difficulty now after he's taken the white flag into Mayhem Corner, laying the bumper. Oh, cheap shot from the 58. Wow. Whoever built the roll cage on that 3-car.
That's egregiously funny.
Yes, it's fantastic. Whoever built the roll cage on that, or the right side on that number 3 car, did a fantastic job on those roll cage bars on the door there. So now down through the Robert Dean Memorial downhill one last time.
Howard Dean.
Howard Dean. Yeah, sure.
I want you to say that's egregious in your best Reese Bobby.
Reese Bobby.
That's egregious.
Ah, yes.
You can actually play this Hopes and Dreams Racing. You can actually drive this with a mouse. They have it set up for racers with disabilities. You can actually do iRacing just with a mouse and a keyboard. So I've seen some guys do it, and it's pretty incredible. So yeah, you could absolutely do that. It does take a pretty good computer to run iRacing, though.
Let's do a mandatory mouse race.
That's a great idea.
That is a great
Everyone
idea.
has to use a mouse. Oh my God.
I do know there are several racers who were signed up running with like Thrustmaster joysticks, whatever they could find. So there's probably some keyboard and mouse people in here.
If you're using a keyboard and mouse, please post it up in the Lemons iRacing Facebook page. We want to see it. I really want to see it.
We did ask for submissions of that. So if you're doing that, take a photo of yourself racing this race or the following one and show us your rig.
Or lack thereof.
Right. Coffee table, TV tray, whatever, ironing board, it all works.
Couple cinder blocks with a go-kart seat, like a backyard go-kart seat on it.
Yes.
And just really get creative. Oh my God! Will Fisher just got punished for winning the race. He got a rewards punt. That was nice.
I like it. How about
Will
that?
Fisher is now digitally dead. So we are digitally sending our condolences to the Fisher family.
Press F.
F for that.
All right. Hey, we made it through a race.
We
That was great.
We did. And then we get a good look at the Lime Rock Park gnome, who's repping Lime Rock Park here, holding that shovel, doing a great job. So he enjoyed what he saw out there today, guys.
The gnomes.
The gnomes. Sam Posey straight. Yeah, I mean, he saw a lot. Sam Posey, I don't know if he's ever seen this much action in one race. So definitely exciting.
Mute Lunatic just chiming in with a 20-minute race. Only 5% of a 60-car grid left on the lead lap. That's perfection.
That's a good point.
Perfection.
Four car. It is Lime Rock Park, so it is, most of these guys are running around the Class A cars a little under a minute. So I mean, it's entirely possible to to lap the field with enough calamity, which we did see quite a bit. Hopefully, we'll see even more in the second race, guys.
We just had so many people in chat press F. That's wonderful.
That is. I want to shout out to everyone at home watching at home for the F in chat. We appreciate that.
I finally done something with my life.
Shout out to
honestly, Eric, right now, retire. You're done.
Shout out to the one viewer on Twitch that's tuning in. Thank you so much.
Hey, I like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Way to hang in there.
Whoever you are
Next
on
race
Twitch,
is,
you're the best.
Next race should be coming up very shortly, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the one viewer on Twitch. Thanks for the raid.
Well, I'm gonna identify this viewer. Hold on, stand by, because I think it's important that we identify who that is. Let's see here.
Absolutely.
It's I don't know. It's A10. A10, thank you so much. You're the best.
They're still pressing F, y'all. They're still pressing F.
JT3455 also, and Commander Root also on Twitch. It says one viewer, but 3 users in the chat room. So you guys reviewing at some point, we appreciate it. But shout out to everybody for tuning in. That was a hell of a first race, guys.
Everybody is really worried about Will Fisher. I mean, they're still pressing F. So you want to give a quick rundown class-wise? Will Fisher first in Class A, Christopher Crome second, Randy Parsons Jr., not to be confused with the other Randy Parsons out there, bringing it home in third overall.
I left the session already. I just want to point out James Rucker finishing DFL, driver of the Geo Met show in real life. There's a Geo Metro with a Ford Taurus SHO engine shoehorned into it, and a couple of turbos on it for good measure.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, Class B, Matt Larson bringing home the Class B win. Matt Murphy in P2, Pat Mulry in P3 in Class B. Class C, Lucas Wallace in a Pontiac Slostis brings it home in the number 24 car, P1 in Class C. John Pickerling, P2, Christopher Patterson, not to be confused with the other three Christopher Pattersons. Christopher Patterson 4 finishes third in Class C.
There's a lot of Christopher Pattersons out there, so it's good to differentiate. What did you say the top finishing Slostis was?
Lucas Wallace.
That's amazing. Shout out to
Wallace
Lucas
in the number 24 car.
Shout out to Lucas in the 24 machine getting it done out there, finishing 28th overall. So that's great for him. Looks like John Pickering in the 29 getting it done also, guys.
I'm all
Duncan Miller just said he wishes Eric Rude was available in a squeezable tube.
You've just made my friend Duncan's evening by reading that on the air.
We need a Rude tube. How do we get a Rude tube? Like, where can we go get one? And our viewers on Twitch have increased, guys. I want to give a shout out to them. They've started to chime in the chat. So, Staffu, thank you for tuning in tonight. Same with what was the other one that chimed in here? JT3455. We appreciate it, guys. Tell your friends. We'll be here.
Someone's asking.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go right ahead.
I was going to say, someone asking in the chat what the trophy is. All the trophies for this first season are going to be a roll of toilet paper mailed to your home.
Autographed.
From me.
Autographed.
Well, I can autograph them, I guess. At the moment, they're just Sharpied with what your trophy is. Somebody's asking about the index of fluency, which is what we give out to the car that does the most with the least in the meat space, Lemons. We're gonna do that with the crappy racing rigs. So that's hence the show us photos and video of you using your mouse, using your keyboard, using your 1993 driving wheel or whatever.
I have a PlayStation 2 controller sitting here that has a USB adapter. I think that would be hilarious.
That would be fantastic.
Full lock, full lock. Yes. All right, guys. We'll step aside for just a minute if you guys are ready, and we'll switch over to the other server, and we'll just roll our lemon spot for our session switch, and then we'll be right back. If you guys have anything else to say about this first session, we want to give a congratulations out to Will Fisher getting the job done, Christopher Cromie finished in second, Randy Parsons Jr. in third, Seth Whitaker in fourth, and Toby Eckenberg round out your top 5 in Class A. So Matt Larson, Matt Murphy, Pat Mulry, Christopher Foote, and Jordan Teal top 5 in the next class down. And then we've got John Pickering, Miguel Kanaski, Lucas Wallace, Christopher Patterson, and Roger McDaniels rounding out the top 5 in the whatever class yellow is. I'm thinking that's the C class. So great job, guys, and everybody for putting on a good show for our fans at home. And I think we're ready to slide to race number 2.
I'm going to go ahead and ask a question that I shouldn't be asking as an announcer. Which server's next? There are like 53 of them in there.
You want the 909.
The 909. Got it. Let's get that ready. Before we transition, make sure we're good. It's good to know. All right, guys. All right, well, we will see you on the other side. This whole clip I'm going to play is not going to play, but enjoy some of it, and then we'll be back.
We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure.
Hey everybody, it's Jay and it's Nick, and we are broadcasting from the COVID lockdown bunker. We can't get out of our houses to go to the office, so we're going to just record this way. I don't know, hopefully not for the rest of our lives.
Now, when you actually are able to travel again, we recommend traveling to a Lemons race. And in fact, Arizona has to be one of the top 3 most scenic places we go. So if you are tired of your local racetrack and you want to get out of the house and do something different, maybe try Arizona.
And Arizona is actually super cool because they even have a collection of vintage jets, including they just got this new 1960 Saab 35 Draken for their collection, and we crawled all over this thing. And what is amazing is even Saab airplanes are hoopty.
As we always do when we go to an away race, we rent fine vehicles, and this time it was really just the perfect synergy between Budget Rent-A-Car and General Motors.
But of course, Phil is still a practicing automotive journalist, so he got a press card for this thing. They gave him an Avalon TRD, i.e. the only Avalon TRD ever made.
So there was an employee there at Indy Motorsports Ranch who had a Chrysler Crossfire, and he was so proud of it that he parked it prominently where all of the racers can see it. Now for us, we really think that was a subliminal suggestion that you Lemons people should really be racing more Chrysler Crossfires.
Team Car Parts brought their automatic Chevy C4 Corvette, and this thing finished 10th overall. Shocking to us. Way better than a Corvette has any right to do. Hella sweet and but terrible.
And we had this team called ZZ Flop. They had a BMW and a theme that was loosely based on the rock band ZZ Top. Okay, this was hella sweet. There were 2 new teams, one with an automatic 4-cylinder Toyota Camry, and another one with a 5-speed all-track Toyota Previa.
So instead of Ford versus Ferrari, now we're talking Camry versus Previa. You were going to see how that works out shortly. But terrible eyesore racing, the New York Yankees of Lemons racing. They thought they were going to be the shark in the tiny aquarium. They towed their car all the way out from California to Arizona, and they were just going to eat up the field. That's what they thought. Well, so they stopped at the Grand Canyon on the way. They did a little sightseeing. It got to 20 degrees that night. Not one of those PhD scientists on the team thought, water freezes when it gets cold. I better drain the engine. So they cracked the block, they cracked the head, they showed up at the race, they spent the entire weekend super gluing stuff together.
All right, we are back for race 2. The grid is already rolling and headed up to the Theodore Donald Carabotos Memorial Bowling Pin uphill. Harold Darner in the Mirthmobile, as Wayne's World Tribute, is on pole. Not going to have time to run down the entire list. Nick DeCuzzi and Tyler DeCuzzi starting 14th and 15th are siblings. Jeff Wakeman from 3 Pedal Mafia of note in 11th. Craig Ledbetter, Terminally Confused, starting in 8th. Towards the back are last week's first and second place finishers Nathan Shelveen and Philip Couturier as the field heads to the downhill presented by Howard Dean's 2004 Iowa Caucus results. About to get underway for the second race of the evening.
Starting on pole, the Mirthmobile. Party time excellent, guys, up in the booth.
Excellent.
And yes, very excellent. And here we go. We're rolling for the start of the second race, and the Mirthmobile is digging to turn 1. Watch that Miata looking on the inside, though. There's contact going into turn 1 before they're even into turn 1.
There was an attempt for a pass.
Yeah, why wait to turn 1 when you can get it done on the front stretch before turn 1? Just go ahead and spin him. Pit
All right,
maneuver.
guys. First time into the Mayhem corner. This is going to be exciting. I think I guess that's the older Miata mixing it up with the Slostes. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
the NC Miata, the right-hand drive one, just to throw.
Oh, yes.
Buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mayhem corner.
We need bowling ball sound hitting the pins for the sponsor.
Looks like they're working it out at the front. Excellent. Party time.
Finally
Excellent.
loaded the party time texture on the Slostes at the front of the field, and that made me so happy.
Yes.
When it switched to party time, he was right in the middle of the chicane. It couldn't have been any better.
Nice.
Most excellent.
Looks like
Good to
we
see
got
Derek Steinkamp. Oh, there's some bowling going through the Theodore Donald Carabotos Memorial Bowling Pin uphill. Very nice.
Harold Darner leading the way, guys. Coming to the end of lap 1. Looks like we've got a battle for the front position. They're going to go side by side into turn 1. Looks like David driving it in deep. Harold staying smooth there on the outside in the Mirthmobile, doing a fantastic job. These guys are doing great getting through here side by side. Here comes the dark blue car, going to make things interesting here. The 45 machine, that's David Belland, is that correct?
Belland, yep.
Belland, yeah, I thought I'd get it wrong as we see a pink Miata into the grass. Headed back
I'm just glad that both of y'all pronounced his name, because I would not have pronounced that properly, and people would have been mad at me.
All right,
I believe car 777 Mario Korf is one of the ones playing with an old joystick this evening.
Where is he? Oh, he's back in 11th right now. Let's go look at Mario's line, shall we?
Mario.
He's in the tire wall. Very nicely done. That attempt to race was phoned in using 10-10-3-2-1. Elf uses it. Why aren't you?
Have you ever watched?
We got to look at the replay here. We're watching the replay of Mario's his issues, and it looks like he just took his ball and went home into the tire wall, guys.
That's exactly what happened. The joystick fell out of calibration mid corner. You know, these things happen.
Mario was dialing 0818999. If you've watched the IT crowd, that's funny to you.
Oh, did you reboot it 3 times before you made that joke?
Has Mario tried turning it off and on again?
Yes. All right, back to the Mirthmobile. I see he's having some troubles. He's back to 6th as the rest of the field, and looks like the first jet has got to these guys running in the top 5. That's Adam. Oh, no, Elias is already up to 3rd in his... oh, that is Elias. Excuse me. There's Elias in the 23 Jetta. He's got the Rally Fart livery. Excellent.
Those are the guys who race a Mitsubishi Eclipse voluntarily. Not sure why you would do that, but good to see them carrying their livery over. Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking at 11th place right now. JP Murray with a very, very, very Pepto-Bismol pink Miata. And on the hood of that machine is Mr. Sparkle.
Ah, yes.
Wonderful.
I love a good Simpsons reference.
Mr. Sparkle.
I'm disrespectful to dirt.
Oh, and Mr. Sparkle is not sparkling anymore. He's turned in the middle of turn 1 and is sitting in the middle of the track and is panicking.
Well, I have some good news for you. We were behind from looking at the previous replay, so we're going to watch that happen as if it were live as we see Mr. Sparkle. Oh, he gets the pack from the slowest behind him. Oh, and then he just doesn't hold the brake and has a rough time, guys. We hate to see that. All right, we'll go back to live, watching the pack working their way around the track. Anyone deserving of a penalty yet, gentlemen?
Let me double check on the penalty box.
Whoever spun Mr. Sparkle.
Yeah.
Oh, the 71. Oh man, we're gonna have to get a look at that. I'm hearing it. We've got carnage. We got cars upside down on the way into mayhem. We have a street stock on its lid. Looks like a Solstice facing the wrong direction, trying to get turned around. A lot of carnage. That's what we're here for. All right.
Someone in the first race.
Number 13 machine was involved. Let's see if we can get a quick look at that replay. You go ahead.
I was about to say there's not much left of the 13 car. Someone in the first race asked if Lemons is actually like this in real life, and the answer is no. Actually, we're pretty verboten on the contact, but now that we don't actually have to worry about bodily harm, we're a little more gladiatorial about all of this. So,
sorry. We were watching the replay. The 13 spun around and backed into the street stock, causing him to do a barrel roll.
Most excellent. I appreciate that Star Fox reference.
Oh, dude, I grew up on Star Fox, brother.
Indeed.
Rally Fart to the front, new leader.
The question you have to ask that person who is asking about the contact is, are you not entertained?
Oh, yes. Yes. Quality entertainment. Nothing but the best from 24 Hours of Lemons. Everyone watching at home tunes in to expect quality entertainment, and that's what we're going to give them.
I'm looking at Olong Johnson on pit lane right now, getting passed by everybody with the entire front end ripped off of his Camaro. Oh, It's so sad. It's so sad.
He's just showing off his power. That's what that is.
Look at my V8.
That is
like
the
my
classic.
V8?
That's the classic Camaro pose right there. Is look at my work in progress. So I appreciate that.
The crazy thing is, if you look at it from the front end to the back, it's kind of like leaned to the side, like it's really trying to show it off without the hood and the whole entire front end.
Good Camaro look. Good Camaro.
Which
That's
car was
Camaro
that?
with an E right there.
Which car was that?
12.
Oh, thank you. It's fun going through all. Oh wow, you shortened the front of that thing up.
It's a little hurt, but it'll be fine.
We'll see if we can see what happened to him. We do have the lovely technology to go to the previous incident, and it looks like it's pretty far back from where we actually are. So maybe we can get a look at his. Okay, here we go. Oh, guys, I encourage you to go back and watch this. This is pretty intense. Coming down the straightaway, the Niam Cat Camaro street stock checks up for a Miata, and then they both take out and they both eat the tire wall, the 12 and the 626. That was violent. That was very violent. Yeah.
626 is likely Mark Johns, indeed, who races a Mazda 626 in real life. A 1981, nonetheless.
He is having all kinds of trouble with Mustangs
now. He's currently getting dumped in the left-hander, maybe the right-hander. All these corners have probably the worst names in racing, which hence renaming them the downhill presented by Howard Dean's 2004 Iowa caucus results. And the Theodore Donald Karabatsos Memorial Bowling Pin uphill. So, you know, I understand it being a reveled piece of history, but yeah, the names are just terrible. No Name Straight, The Other Straight, whatever the hell it's called, West Bend, Other Bend.
I do like West Bend. I do like West Bend. That is a cool.
Well,
it's not a great name, but it is a great corner.
You know, one of the penalties we've done in the past with Lemons is making people rename the boring corners of the track. So maybe we'll dust that one off if Phil gets caught up on the penalty box.
The ever-present this corner, that corner, the paddock, that cafeteria, the bathroom. Should I stop?
Picking up the Mirthmobile, who's back and fourth in class. Harold Darner doing a great job. Party time excellent, guys. Let's see.
If you squint a little bit and use the chase cam, it almost looks vaguely AMC-ish. Now been hit about 4 times.
Ah, yes. Into Mayhem Corner they go. Into Mayhem Corner they go as you see the Miata eating up the turtle, getting some air. Look at the front of that yellow Mustang. These guys right front. He's going to need a new clip on the front of that thing. Looking great.
Where is Harold overall in the field? I'm trying to find him right now.
16th.
Yep. He is going through the downhill. Onto the front straightaway now, doing a fantastic job running in P4. Let's give a shout out to P1 in the, is this the C class? Is that correct?
B.
B. 10-4, thank you. That's Miguel Kanaski in that number 57 machine.
No.
What?
No, you're right. That is class C.
Okay, 10-4. I thought I was just wanted to make sure I had the information correct. So we need to keep an eye on things. If you guys are reading the broadcast chat, there's a particular request in there to take note of. Let's keep an eye on that. I'm picked him up now as he's going into Mayhem Corner.
That's a great line, by the way.
Oh yes,
I believe that is the kind of line you talk about on a podcast. If I've got that right. There's Jeff Wakeman.
There's so many
host. Yes,
never gets old.
There are so many lines popping up in the YouTube chat right now. It's impossible to read them all. But I would like to chime in with a change. We fear change.
Do love that part of that movie. It's most excellent.
All right, guys. Looking at the board here, we still have 25 cars on the lead lap as we're approaching the halfway point.
Jinxed.
I really hope that wasn't the Mirthmobile. It was a slowstess, but I didn't get a good look at it. That definitely hurt. No, that was the number 13 machine. Let's find him on the chart here.
It's another great line from Jeff Wakeman there. Oh, he's way off the track. We should probably flag him.
Oh, excellent. Ooh, I see a flat black Miata out there. Shout out Plasti Dip machine, looking good. if we can figure out who that is. No.
Brandon Bittner just brought his lovely Mustang into the pits after totally deranging the right front. The right front is basically trying to fold over to the left front. The wing is so bent that it's probably bent to the point where it's pulling him left everywhere he's at on the racetrack right now. In short, it's really broken. That car's hurt.
We'll see if the message has been received as we watch Jeffrey Wakeman go through the downhill. Yep, he's coming into the pit lane, guys. Judge Phil, do we have Judge Phil ready?
I don't know. Is Jeff Wakeman actually in? I will figure this out.
Yes, excellent.
Is dead air bad? Should we be worried about dead air?
No. I'll just put it on Mayhem Corner and we'll figure things out. It's a beautiful.
Right, that's cool. That works. I'm gonna go to the chat, see what people are saying.
Yeah, Casual Gearheads, Live for Speed used to be my jam. Such a good game. LFS. Yeah, did that have go-karts and stuff in it? Is that the right one I'm thinking of?
Live for Speed. Live for Speed had like generic versions of a Supra and Caterham and kind of a Skippy. They had a Formula SAE in it that was actually kind of cool. And you could set up your own autocrosses, and we used to literally set up like national event autocrosses in Live for Speed and run them after the walkthrough. So I don't know whether that's strictly by the rules, but we would go back to the hotel at night and just practice.
Shout out to our 5 viewers on Twitch. We love you, each and every one of you.
Again, thanks for the raid.
Hey, look at that! I have Jeff Wakeman in the booth. Now I have Judge Phil in the booth with Jeff Wakeman.
All right.
All right. So, do we actually have Jeff?
We got trouble. Oh boy.
He's allegedly here. Nope, he left. He left.
In real life, you can't just wink out of existence like that. I gotta say, there's some ways that this has advantages. And by the way, I'd like to thank the team in Arizona that gave me this fine bottle of Redneck Riviera bourbon that I'm drinking right now. It's some kind of a C+ bribe booze, but it's here in lockdown. So anyway, what I would like to say about Mr. Jeff Wakeman is that he's actually quite a clean driver in iron space, is what I guess you call real racing. But here he is. I just watched plowing a bunch of furrows to the grass, running over other cars, pitting other cars unintentionally. I'm not sure if he's just using a trackpad to do this racing with or whatever, but it looked like he didn't have a real firm grasp on the controls. I'm kind of picturing maybe we're using his feet on the steering wheel. And that brings up the question, I mean, can you set up this, your sim racing thing or your iRacing, do power glide? Can you have a power glide, just 2 speeds?
I don't know. That's a good
No. I mean, the car has to be a 2-speed in order for that to work.
I mean, really, the early pole position arcade game, the early 80s, that was a power glide. It was a Formula 1 car with a power glide. I mean, obviously, there's precedent.
Prepare to qualify.
Exactly. And then, Spy Hunter, again, another power glide. Well, I'm disappointed in the lack of being able to communicate with Jeff Wakeman. I was really hoping to have a chat with him where I made him sing a pleasant song. But actually, it looks like he's getting that 45-second engine change. He's going back out now.
I hate to cut this off, but we've gone full plaid, ladies and gentlemen. There is a plaid black and red Miata going onto the front stretch right now.
Give me a car number. Need to see it.
As soon as I get it, you'll have it. We've been following the Murph Mobile. It's been exciting. Lots of carnage around him. He's now approaching the. It looks like it's 5. Is it 530? No, 339. 339.
339. I will check that out. Also, you need to check out the front of the field and let me know, is that actually Nathan on the entire front of his car? Who is that on the front of Nathan Slevine's car? It's disturbing and awesome at the same time.
We're looking at that now.
As Nathan literally says, just to hell with the chicane. He literally just blew the chicane. If anybody is up for a penalty, Nathan took the Bourdais line through the chicane. He went through the cones. He didn't stop. He Sebastian Bourdais it. And if any of y'all ever watch the 24 Hours of Daytona, you'll know that I'm right. I'm not sure what's happening. Are you actually bringing Nathan? Are you black flagging Nathan? It will be controversial that we're black flagging the leader who is now built up a 3-second lead, but oh, he deserves it. It's time for shame. Where is the plaid car? I'm looking for the plaid car.
Plaid car is Chris Wolfson going through the left-hander.
God, such a bad name.
Oh, yeah. Get a good look at the full plaid. Even the driver's suit, too. That's amazing. Look at that.
339?
Commitment.
Yeah, he's wearing jeans and a very, very plaid flannel type shirt, and his whole car is decked out as well. So
Is Randy Bish have the Holland Oats paint scheme going on in P6?
He better, because that's what he's been advertising.
Yes, there it is, right there, guys. Private Eyes Optometry, Holland Oats, with the shout out to Hoovie's Garage on the rear, and clean crossed off on Clean Diesel. That seems pretty accurate. So Sarah Smith, dentist at law. Man, this is just all kinds of good stuff on that machine.
I would also like to say that the chat earlier brought up another plea for a Lemons Wreckfest event, which that has to happen.
Let's do it.
And I also think for those of us who have been around simulation for way too long, I think we need to have a Lemons Desert Bus event. And if you don't know what Desert Bus is, look it up.
Yes, YouTube Wreckfest. Good times.
And Desert Bus. Please look. Oh, Schlavine almost goes around coming around the final corner, but he
should
captures it
mention
up.
that that all came to pass after he blew way past the Theodore Donald Karabatos Memorial Bowling Pin uphill, and had just kind of never slowed down going through it. So we could pull him in, but we'll keep an eye on it.
Schlavine has gone to the track limits. We don't need no stinking track limits. Theory.
Do we dare drag a driver in here that's not being penalized to talk about how the race is going?
Drag Schlavine in here and go, hey man.
I was wanting to talk to the pilot of the Mirthmobile, because he's been getting passed constantly this whole race. That's got to be stressful.
Let's see. You know, I think Randy Bish is always going to be a good interview, especially while he's attempting to handle a beverage while he's driving.
Okay, all right. Well, I've got the camera on him, and let's see if we can find him in the. Let's see, where's he at? I don't know if he's in the Discord.
ACR speed. Desert Bus has to be in VR. I totally agree. The immersion that you would get from Desert Bus in VR would be off the charts. We have some people saying, please no Desert Bus. Randy Bish is in here. Your penalty is having to drive Desert Bus for 48 hours straight.
No, we just want to talk to Randy while he's attempting to race. Randy, how's it going?
Attempting to race is a really strong series of words.
So the Holland Oats looking good. I appreciate that. What's it like driving, and more importantly, what are you attempting to consume while you're also driving?
Well, when it comes to what it's like out here, have you ever done PCP?
No. Are you on it right now?
No, but whenever it comes to what I've been imbibing, dude, screwdrivers with high pulp is like making alcoholic solid fruit. Like, my Nobel Prize is in the
Do you want to be on it right now? Or are you trying to be on it right? That's kind of where you're at, isn't it?
Oh, who needs PCP whenever you have races like this?
I like to hear that. That's the right kind of attitude.
Putting that one on a shirt.
Oh man.
Excellent.
You made it up to 4th overall, man. Congratulations. That's a hell of a run for the Jetta.
Well, you see, once you take all your clothes off, the car gets lighter.
A little bit of agricultural racing there for you, Randy. Doing a hell of a job.
Well, you know.
All right, well, we want to thank you for joining us in the booth. We'll let you concentrate as we're coming to 4 to go.
Concentration's overrated, really.
Randy Bish, ladies and gentlemen.
I love you guys.
Driving a TDI and not being able to turn. It's perfect. It's exactly what we're all about. Thank you for
I call it Tuesday.
You're embodying the event perfectly, sir.
I tried.
Randy Bish, everybody. That interview with Randy Bish brought to you by Kirk Van Houten's debut album, Can I Borrow a Feeling? Found at stores all over the place.
Everywhere.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
What's going on? Is there a race happening?
No. Schlavine rolling P1.
Well, he's only been off the track like 30 times, so.
Adam Furla, P2 in that. Let's get a good look at this car. Too Fast, Too Furious gal. Can't think of her name. She's on the trunk. It's like she's enjoying some chocolate milk.
Letty? Letty is drinking chocolate milk.
No.
What?
I can't think of her name. The one that was the undercover cop that her boyfriend was like the drug lord and was hiring them to do all the street racing. Oh, it's Naked Truth, Milk, Sugar, and Cocoa. I don't know how you say that. COCIO. Yeah, she's enjoying that. I can't think of her name.
That's totally adding up. Rosario Dawson.
No. Hold on. Let's pull up IMDb in the middle of the race and look this up because this is important. Loudly typing.
I'm doing the best I can.
No, you're fine. Loudly typing on stream because that's how we do it.
Right. No, it's not Michelle Rodriguez.
No. It's
that was Letty.
I'm really Ava Mendez. That's who that is.
Okay, there you go.
That's who that is. Thank you. This in-race fact check brought to you by the Internet Movie Database because we've got nothing better to do.
And I'd like to thank Ava Mendez's parents for making her possible.
There you go.
She's a treasure.
Two to go, guys.
Farides in the number 5 Camaro painted up like his real race car. Always good to see.
Two to go.
I pointed that out last week.
Oh, the Mirthmobile coming into the chicane. Looking clean, guys. No damage on that Mirthmobile. Excellent job, Harold.
Matt Farides just knocked somebody into the Atlantic Ocean, I'm pretty sure, headed into the Theodore Donald Karabatsos Memorial Bowling Pin uphill. That was a nice move.
Wow.
Some of the comments in the chat currently: don't drink and sim, kids.
Yes.
A bunch of people trying to guess the name of the actress that really didn't matter.
And then somebody got it, yeah.
And then drink and drive responsibly. And there's a big, let's see here, Casual Gearheads just says, Kimmy, you will not have the drink, is one of the comments. And I think Eric doesn't like my driving by Mike Gall.
That's my professional opinion on everybody's driving.
And now, to our 7 viewers on Twitch, we love you.
Thank you for coming along. If you'd like to make friends, you could come over to YouTube.
Yes, there's lots of friends for you to hang out with over on YouTube if that is an option for you. Nathan Schlavine coming home with the victory, guys. Looks like by about 38 seconds over Adam Furla. Adam Furla finishing second in a Jetta, guys. Oh, they're just giving him that
Miata.
Business. Is it a Miata? I'm sorry. It's in blue on my screen. It's in blue
How
on
did it end?
It's in blue on my screen. I'm confused.
I was having way too much fun. It can't be over.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, there we go. P3 to Philip Coutier.
I don't think any of us have gotten that right. Is it?
He's got some rat fink. He's got some rat fink on there, guys. That's great.
Philip does?
Oh man, look at that thing. It's like all rusted out, like with the spec map. That's excellent.
All right,
Death by Moose Rat Rods. He is going into turn 1. The number 98. Good looking machine. It looks like he's done.
No one has going to do burnouts in turn 1.
Excellent.
Maybe. I wonder if we're going to get the post-race demo derby, which was really the highlight of last week, if we're going to be honest.
It was
there
solid.
It is. Randy Bish knocking somebody out into the woods. Most excellent. Hey, we had a couple races happen. That was weird.
I have literally, since last week, to 2 or 3 people who absolutely have no idea what's going on, told them they just got bished. I've used it. It's now a verb.
I'm on board with this. Everybody's favorite naked drunk lemons racer.
And you can decide for yourself whether getting bished is good or bad or somewhere in between. It's all open for interpretation.
Fantastic. Well, how about that?
Scrolling through the results,
Do we want to give a little? Yeah, I was going to say running down.
Yeah, so you can see. Okay, we'll do that. Nathan Schlavine coming home with the victory.
Last week's winner also.
Yeah. Oh, 2 in a row. Nice. Philip C. finishes second. Randy Bish, number 2, comes home third. Craig Schmidt in fourth. Daniel Knight, another great run for Daniel, repping Carolina. Good job, Daniel. David Beland from Illinois coming home sixth. Christopher Egan, David Olachowski, Andrew Shembry, and Peter McDade round out your top 10 to you, Yoder.
You could maybe cut to the front straight where there's demo derby at the moment.
John B. Cox brings it home 11th overall. Adam Furla coming home P12. Nick Sharp coming home in 13th with Carnage on the front straight still because that's the way we roll. 14th overall, Chris Wolfson. David Carpenter bringing it in the 15th spot. 16th is Thomas Lamino. I don't know why that's hard for me to say. It's very hard for me to say. 17th overall, Jeffrey Beck. 2. 18th overall, Harold Darner. 19th overall, Simon J. Thorpe. And 20th overall is Nick DeCuzzi. And I love that last name, Nick. It's DeCuzzi.
It's a good
Shout
one.
out to the Mirthmobile bringing it home P18. Party time, excellent.
Not bad from a pole start in a slow car.
In a slow car, yeah. It looks like he kept it pretty clean too. The guys, it's 9 incidents, and I see a lot of large numbered incidents out there. So David Beland only had 1 incident. So Christopher Egan only had 1 incident.
Hey, Chris Egan, racer and destroyer of Dodge Daytonas, do well in virtual racing where they don't blow up on you.
Let's see. Beland came home with 3. Looks like Craig Schmidt had 6 incidents. Harold Darner, Mirthmobile, next in the ascending order with 9 incidents. And those are at least out of the top 20 that are low incident drivers. Jeffrey Black also. Oh no, Jeffrey Black had 12. But those guys need to do a better job next week and try and get at least get to 20 incidents. I think that's important.
I was going to ask who has the most incidents. Can you see that?
Yes, I can. The most incidents I see is 30 so far. I'm scrolling. There's 2 drivers tied with 30. Oh, we have one with 33. Let's scroll down even for 38.
Give a quick shout out to Simon Thorpe in the Adidas themed Miata doing donuts on the front straight still about 10 minutes after the race is over.
Do you guys know who Jim Wright is?
I don't, but
okay.
I would like to say Mike Goff in chat is very excited that he beat 6 people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to love that. Okay, so Jim Wright in the 404 comes home with 57 incidents. That's your winner tonight. That's who really won the race is Jim Wright. Let's see if we can get Jim's last lap here so we can get a good look at his car. It's like Jim.
Gerald's actually giving props to Mr. Schlavine for not dying immediately after winning this race.
Here we go.
As we saw the digital death in race 1.
I found Jim Wright's car, and it might serve us well to take a ride with Jim and see at least maybe in fast forward and see how all those incidents came about. Does that sound like something that would be enjoyable?
Sure, let's do that. And worth pointing out, he's in car 404, so errors are just kind of part of the deal.
It doesn't get any, but you can't write that.
Nope.
You can try to write that, but you can't really write that.
All right, so we're on board. Oh, the first 3 incidents came right away in the first corner, going off the track. Let's cue the music here because I think this is important.
CM's asking if he can bet on this.
Absolutely.
And then Hopes and Dreams Racing says, wait, you're not? And let's see here.
Wow, this is amazing.
Oh, is it that bad?
He had a hell of a first lap. I'll tell you that much. That's for sure.
All right, where's the music? We need the music. Is the music playing?
The music is queued up, and where'd it go? Oh.
I'm going to start humming it if it doesn't.
Fail.
Music fail, producer fail.
Here it is.
Oh my God! Yeah, he's having some issues.
Music has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to assume he's racing with a mouse from the way that looks.
I'm all about that though. If you are racing, who is that again? Who's driving that? I hesitate to say driving that car. Who is in that car? Is that a better way to put it?
Jim Wright in the 404?
Jim Wright. Jim Wright has just earned the nickname Mouse. Mike Goff says he's an hour total into iRacing. It probably doesn't matter.
And yet he still didn't finish last.
That's awesome, dude. Oh, it's hilarious.
Mike sent me
Max
an
Levine,
email.
way to go, son.
I gotta see how he got these 57 incidents, because so far I've seen about 12, and we're on lap 4 already. So
Let's hope there's about a pileup that he just racks up 30 in one. Oh, there he goes around.
Ooh. Yeah, a rough 4th lap for Jim also. Looks like another reset for Jim. Yep. Oh, he's getting tires, guys. That's going to help with all that grip. Need that grip. Came in for 4 fresh tires, going back out. Oh, yeah.
This is wonderful. And actually, someone in chat just asked if the music was going to be yakety sax.
It is, and it's live. It's rolling.
Of course it is.
Oh, yeah.
How could it not be?
Most excellent.
Fugue says not fast is basically a win, or not last is basically a win. Not fast could basically be a win too, as long as you come home without a ton of damage on your car.
Jim's literally making a lap and then pitting for tires and then making a lap and pitting for tires.
Well, all laps are qualifying laps when you race like that.
He does have some very shiny wheels on that Miata, though. I'm not sure what kind of color purple they are, but they look great.
So 23 sets of tires in a 24-lap race around a 1.5-mile track. That's cost effective.
Absolutely. Ooh, this isn't disorienting watching this in fast forward from the TV camera at all. Everyone at home, if your children are watching, you should probably not let them watch.
If your children are watching, why?
This is some good driving from Jim. And then he got in a wreck just past the. He just got in a wreck just past pit entrance. Oh, and then again in turn 1, he's just.
Gerald in chat, fresh tires were the trick. He only crashed twice that last lap. Fresh tires for the win.
Oh, he is just loving life. He is just loving life.
Thank you, Howard Dean, for sponsoring the downhill this week. That was big time from him.
Oh, back to pits.
Oh,
Must be time for fresh. Oh, it's time for fresh tires and a fresh Miata, guys.
Yeah, Casual Gearhead says that he thought it was qualifying and just kept coming in to get new tires. This is maybe the best thing I've ever done on iRacing, to be honest. Even to be dishonest, this is the best thing I've ever done on iRacing.
It's. Oh man. There's so many more laps to go from Jim here. I don't know if I can watch the rest.
I think we got it.
Maybe we should call it, because people in chat are like, I think I'm going to be sick.
Okay.
Indeed, Bob H., which I would guess is Bob Harnsberger, Lemons Race from Colorado, says, I hope he's as drunk as I am.
Right.
I hope someone is watching this replay in VR, because you're very green now if you're trying to do that.
Oh, yeah. Whew, sorry about that, guys. I thought there'd be a lot more carnage right away.
There's been a call to keep the Howard Dean corner at every race.
We can do that. We can definitely do that. Absolutely do that.
We'll work on, I'm not that familiar with the Summit Point layout that we're running next week, so I'll have to familiarize myself and figure out where
there is a turn that's it's about a 90-degree turn that you've got to get almost all the way down to first gear for. I think that's going to be the hot spot, and I think it's one, two. Are you running short or long?
I have no idea. You're asking me questions.
Well, that's okay. It's either turn 4 or turn 6, depending on which layout we're running. But it's going to be exciting.
Excellent.
So next week we're running at Summit Point and wear your long shorts.
Yes.
Summit Point is next week. Again, same bat time, same bat channel. It'll be 9:30ish Eastern. I believe that will kick off hopefully a little closer to 9:30 next week. 2 races. we'll probably give ourselves a little more buffer so we don't cut in directly on the second race. But wow, a lot of stuff happening. In the
we got through two. Yeah, we caught two full races, guys, and we had no blinking tonight. And hopefully everyone at home enjoyed watching. I know it's been a pleasure sitting here and unwinding after a long day, just to see some of our lemony friends mixing things up as you guys are watching all the cars come through the Mayhem Corner at normal speed. So ginger ale is good for nausea. Sorry again for that.
And in between now and next Thursday, we expect a bunch of people to submit the videos of their 48 hours of Desert Bus. Don't forget to do that. We really want to check it out on the Lemons iRacing channel. If you'd like to set up a charity stream for that, we're really sorry that you did that. That didn't go well for anyone.
Oh, man. Thank you, Dickie, for the compliment, and we'll do my best to do some more shots from the blimp. I'm glad you enjoyed those. The demo derby, we will get that, actually, before we go for you, just for you, John Butler. I don't want you to be disappointed. So we're going to find... Do you guys have a car number that you can recall that was heavily involved in the demolition derby at the end of the race?
Simon Thorpe was doing donuts. That's
Perfect.
670, but I think he might have been a late arrival.
Okay, 10-4. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to hit the incident button, and we're going to follow it through till we get to that point. So we are on lap... We'll go to the last lap here. And we'll see what we can see.
AFK Jim is trying to turn chat into a Nair commercial. I don't know whether to appreciate that or not. I kind of dig it.
Nair wasn't on my list of reads, but what didn't I get to? Rusty Tonka trucks. It's not just a realistic Rust Belt toy. It's also a weapon. And
it's also tetanus with wheels.
And it's a bioweapon. It's a bioweapon. Okay. This is
through the. Go ahead.
As I said, this is gold right now. So I'm just hitting next incident button, and it's showing like a 5-second clip of each incident. Oh, our buddy with the fresh tires getting airborne. Excellent.
This is the sizzle reel. This is
the sizzle. Oh, here we go. Here's the donuts. Schlavine doing the victory donuts.
You can't beat this. This is amazing.
Dude, the victory donuts with. Okay, hold on. The victory donuts with. All right, so let's watch. Schlavine got center punch doing his donuts, but before that happened, there was like 12 cars that went by him on either side. This is incredible. We're going to go on board for the burnout, so you guys can see.
Basically, what we've learned at the end of all Lemons iRacing events, someone is going to take the same path as all Spinal Tap drummers and die. Oh my! Oh my, yeah.
We got to go look at the fuel cell. And next week, Schlavine will have to put a sponsor on the bottom of his fuel cell, because apparently we'll be able to check that out.
All right. Well, we'll need some Fs in the chat for that, too.
Yes, some Fs in the chat for Schlavine.
Yeah. Actually, Eric, you started it. That doesn't count. Eric started the Fs.
All right, fine.
This is awesome. Mystery Racing Theater 3000. Thank you. We do need little silhouettes on the bottom. That's a very good call, Ian. Just like, yeah. Yep, I agree.
Many Fs.
Yes.
Many Fs in the chat, please.
Bring back the Dogecoin car. Yes, excellent.
Get the Fs out. Get it?
This is very excellent.
Yes, most excellent.
As we say in Lemons, it's immaculate. There's the Fs. Much appreciated.
Yes.
There they are. Oh, the Fs are flowing. F plus. Ooh, my God, huge F plus.
Huge pileup coming to the out of your element Donnie chicane. Just going back and watching some of these pileups towards the end of the race. Very exciting.
Somebody 12 miles off the racetrack. Always good.
Fuchs with an F mega. CM through an E, which doesn't count CM. That's just rude. 113 ST DFX 9900. That's not complicated at all. Throws out a G in chat.
Thank you for the G.
Thank you.
You are my G, DFX 9900. You're my G.
I want to know how their parents came up with that name. It's a very, very interesting name.
No vowels, all numbers and consonants.
A456987 says do a race at Nürburgring. No.
That's a hard pass. We want to thank our sponsors, our partners for supporting the stream. Yokohama for coming on board, guys. That's pretty excellent of them. Party time, excellent. Oh, post-race demolition derby, ladies and gentlemen. You're seeing it now. Apparently, there are some nice inner fender wells on the Solstice I did not know about.
Yeah, you learn something new every time.
Every time.
Marvin 9905 says we need to do the incident replay at the end of every week, and I think we totally agree. Do we totally agree?
Yes.
That has to happen.
Yes. Let's see.
This was way more fun than we should be allowed to have on a Thursday night in the middle of global. The world is closed. Let's have fun on Thursday night.
Why did I think you were going to say global warming? Or just for some reason?
I was going to say global lockdown, but I'm tired of saying it, so I just went with the world is closed.
The saber dance making a late appearance.
Yeah, VIR would be awesome. VIR could be like the North American Nürburgring. We could do the Grand Course. That wouldn't suck. I don't know how many cars we can put on the track on the Grand Course, but if we could put 347 cars on the Grand Course, that would be fun.
I saw a Twitch comment. I got to go back. F no. Right on.
I like it.
Gerald said, glad you had Yokohama to sponsor all 92 tires that Jim went through.
We had the tire sponsor today, boys, because that was going to be a big tire bill. I tell you what.
Gerald, you just won the internet for today.
Jesse Thomas, you're my hero. We just watched your post-race celebration. Jesse Thomas, you're my hero.
That is wonderful.
Oh, what a race, guys.
Dan Pringle, you can't even yell that in chat. That's bad. We're racing. You can't yell that. That's bad form.
Eric, shout out to you for the saber dance choice. So you're getting compliments in the chat from Tommy Mackinnon about your music selection. iRacing does have Road America Tyler Stank, and I'm sure we'll be making an appearance at Road America at some point.
Eventually, I think that's true.
Mike's asking if iRacing can go out and laser scan Autobahn or Gingerman just for him, so there's a track in iRacing that he knows. Mike, I don't think it's going to happen that quick. If you have $150,000, I can put you in touch with the right guy at iRacing.
Mm-hmm. Cue the gnome.
Excellent.
Cue the gnome. No, if you look at if you put yours on Scenic, if you're still in the sim, eventually it gets to a gnome by an American flag, and that is legit at Lime Rock, and I think it's inside of I'm trying to remember what turn this is in, but yes, we have a gnome. And yes, A456987 iRacing does have Bathurst, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. And if Travelocity is watching this stream by any chance, there's a gnome.
Yoda, you should drop that referral link in the chat, man. I think you would get some new people to sign up for iRacing. New memberships are half off right now, guys. We want to say a thank you to iRacing because, again, like we mentioned earlier, because you've got nothing better to do. So come race on iRacing, and you can join the guys from 24 Hours of Lemons and some of the racers from the real 24 Hours of Lemons, or the Meat Space 24 Hours of Lemons, I should space. So it's great.
Actually, if you go over to the Nemesis Lab website at nemesislab.com right now, you can go into our esports tab, and we do have the iRacing referral link live on the Nemesis Lab
you realize
page.
You're asking a lot of people, right, to do that?
Yeah, I know.
Just drop that link in the chat. I mean, just do it.
Just go.
Just do it.
Go.
It's fine.
Go to the website. I didn't mention Nemesis Lab once during the whole show.
Would we do a Bathurst race, Eric? People are asking in the chat.
Why would we not?
I think we should do something. I mean, what could go wrong if we went to... It's not like it's going to be worse than this as far as crashing goes, right?
Let's say we're going to do a Bathurst race.
Hey, I have some good news for you.
Practice for Bathurst all week long, and then when we put the servers up, they're Phillip Island, just to mess with people.
Race at Monaco. Yeah, Monaco's not a choice, but yeah, at Bathurst there is a jump at the end of the straightaway, the downhill. So I think that would be a great place. Everybody would have to commit to doing that at the end of the race, and we could set up a camera, and I think that would be a great time.
One of the cars needs to be the Pro 2 Lite.
Yes.
Because the Pro 2 Lite, you can literally go off track, and it will clear the penalties while you remain wide open throttle. So during the race, everyone in the Pro 2 truck can take the jump every lap.
Carl Sig 6669420 asks, Eric, has Lemons ever done an event at Lime Rock?
We haven't. The no racing on Sunday thing.
Yes. Yes.
So,
we've had a virtual event at Lime Rock. So yes, we have had an event at Lime Rock. Carl, thank you for your question.
That's right. And we've had one at Laguna Seca now, and we're going to go back to Summit Point next week. So
excellent.
Pretty excited about that.
Excellent.
TSG Bacon asks, "What's a better name for a dog, Goaty McGoatface or Totes McGoats?" And
McGoats.
I'm going with Totes McGoatface.
Totes McGoatface.
That's Soggy is how you pronounce that. Soggy is a staple of Lemons, who much like the team that feeds people brisket, he feeds everybody bacon for the duration of the weekend.
That's
God
amazing.
Bless him.
That's amazing.
Bless
you
him.
need to come to Meat Space Lemons. I wasn't joking about the meat
literal
part.
meat part, right?
We have 2 cars, and we're not afraid to use them.
Yeah, adding a class to the off-road trucks. Are we maxed out on how many cars we can run? Like not entries, but class types.
Yeah, but we could always, for a particular event, we could always take one out, put one in.
Yeah, because I've seen two requests in the chat now for the Pro 2 light trucks, adding them to
in another series that shall not be mentioned that I recently ran an event with, I did run the Pro 2 truck at VIR, and I will say that jumping down the roller coaster was one of the most glorious things I've ever done on a racetrack in my entire life. While other cars were trying to negotiate and stay on the pavement, I was jumping over Formula Renault 2.0s, like literally jumping over the roll hoop on the Formula Renault with a Pro 2 truck at the roller coaster. That needs to happen.
We decided that it would be a good idea to do Formula 1 cars on a dirt oval with Pro 2 lights, and then when the Formula 1 cars would spin out, the Pro 2 lights would drive over them like a jump.
Just roll them.
It was just, dude, it was so much fun. I think my side hurt for like a week after that night because I was laughing so hard. So yeah, we there's definitely not a shortage of creative ideas on iRacing, to car track combinations and things like that they can quickly get out of control. I think a little oval with like 62 cars would be hilarious. Maybe we could do that one night. Or however many,
so, yeah.
Whatever the oval is that has the most pit stalls, I think would be the one to choose. But of the free ovals, but yeah, we can do some heat racing. We can do all kinds of different stuff. We could set up a tournament. So yeah,
all these things are in our. We're just figuring this thing out. We have no idea what we're doing,
yes.
So we're open to lots
suggestions.
of suggestion. Yeah, and also when things go wrong, it's not our fault because we don't know what we're doing. See, that's how that works.
It's how we just wash our hands, like everyone at home. You should be doing. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. That's right. Stay home. Wash your hands.
And I would like to go ahead and point out that the race has been over for how long, and there's still. Let's just go ahead and give a shout out to the 100+ people that are still on YouTube.
We're carrying two. Yeah, we're between everywhere that it is right now. We're carrying 221 viewers. Thank you guys so much.
How bored are y'all? Seriously.
Oh, this is a place of fellowship. This is a place of a safe place.
Don't you dare say it's a safe place. Don't you say
the race is over, so the gnome survived, so maybe it's a safe place. The gnome is safe.
Oh my God! How could you possibly say that? It's so wrong.
Is that blasphemy? Is it blasphemy?
A little bit, and it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. It's kind of creepy, if, in my mind anyway, because I'm literally 180 degrees out of phase with reality. So yeah, it's.
Mike Goff is demanding information from you, Eric. I don't know in the chat.
I don't even know. Mike sent me a very bizarre email yesterday about the thing, and I wasn't really sure how to respond. I was like, "You've been cooped up for a long time," and that was pretty much where it stopped. So I'm glad to see Mike managed to find this corner of the internet after a day of obvious struggling. So
he says it's the real deal. We stick around for the awards and the non-awards. And thank you, Mike, so much. We appreciate that.
So
and Tyler Stank, you're right. The world is closed, and it is Thursday. For another 38 minutes where I am, it's going to be Thursday. So you're right. Board of GTA. Okay, yeah, you can only play so much GTA. That's for sure.
No, it's all good, Mike. I'm responding to Mike, apologizing for his super non-bizarre emails.
It's entertainment, Mike. Don't apologize.
And somebody else pointing out this is now a podcast, so I guess we got that going for us.
Perfect. Perfect. So you can check us out on SoundCloud, iTunes and Spreaker.
Are we trending on iTunes yet? Are we trending?
We're not trending on iTunes yet, but
damn it.
It's okay.
We got the number 4 GeoCities site
Yes, you had to say GeoCities.
How are we doing on MySpace? Are we doing good on MySpace?
Plenty of Fish and ChristianMingle.com. We're the #1 channel right now, guys.
You know, we're already huge in Tibet. We're massive in Tibet.
Taking notes on the Lemons dating app.
You know, I was looking at my reach the other day, my inside information for my Facebook videos, and apparently I'm very popular in Malaysia. So shout out to Malaysia. We love you.
7 out of 23 Sherpas agree.
Yes. Hey, I do have is it the beard? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I've got a beard too.
I mean,
yours is much more majestic than mine.
Do the Malaysians enjoy majestic beards? If you do,
they may. The only thing I've got going with mine is literally it's more of a goatee than I do have a full beard, but it's more of a goatee, and I have natural SS stripes. At the bottom of it.
Someone check farmers only. I agree, it's important. And what is the our time for the older folks tuning in? Ourtime.com. Thank you.
What is our time, like a seniors dating
site? It's for seniors. Yes, it's where all the silver foxes and those sweet grannies go to get their love.
It's post cougar dating.
And someone mentioned a Truckers Online for American Truck Simulator. We could do a convoy. I'm not familiar with online American Truck Simulator, but that sounds exciting.
It does not at all.
Beard Crew, Dan Pringle, Beard Life. That's right. Beard Flow.
Hopes and Dreams is streaming through their Earthlink CD. Oh my God. I love you.
Earthlink.
Make sure you got the most recent update of Netscape Navigator.
Hey, Hopes and Dreams.
Go ahead.
How many baud is your modem?
It's only 20. Is it 28.8? Yes, 28.8.
So 14.4.
14.4. I remember those days.
We are headed deep down the nerd rabbit hole. It might be time to stop.
CM says, I enjoy long walks on the beach and dominating small hatchbacks.
I can appreciate that.
Casual gearheads, I used to own a Chevette.
Tommy, thank you for tuning in. Tommy, thank you for tuning in from the Philippines. It's good to know that you're bored over there too. Thank you.
Casual gearhead, the Chevette thing, they will hold copious amounts of welding rod in the rear end, and they mud like nobody's business with snow tires and a welded diff. They are amazing. Do not disparage.
Garrett, don't you dare shave your beard. That's blasphemy. Are we live on IRC?
Live on IRC.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes,
wonderful.
that's just, oh man, that's still a thing. That was I think the military made that or something first, didn't they?
Yeah, this is straight bulletin board chat now.
Yeah.
We're going back to bulletin boards.
Yeah.
I'm running iRacing on a Voodoo 2 graphics card.
My first computer had a Voodoo 2 and I played Carmageddon. That's what I'm talking
about.
Straight
up 3DFX forever.
Yes.
That's I have no tattoos and I've never thought about getting one, but if I ever get one, it's going to be 3DFX forever.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
I'm a big fan of the Polygon Papyrus Indy 500 game from 1989.
Yes. Shout out to Dave Kimmer from iRacing, and we know you're watching, and we appreciate you for what you've done. Because, he's watching.
And he does not appreciate us for what we've done.
He should. He should. He's a multi-time. What did he do? He did the Daytona 24 Hours race one time, and then he did. I know he's done a lot of Skip Barber stuff, so I think he would enjoy taking part in something like this. I think a lot of the guys would that sometimes take this way too seriously because that can cause a lot of mental health problems too. Yeah, it's all about fun. Got to have fun.
Indeed.
CM's gone to 4chan. 4chan is
we are trending on 4chan.
In the house.
We are trending on 4chan. Yes.
We're trending on 4chan and punch cards.
As one does.
And microwave popcorn.
Seriously, has anyone ever trended on punch cards? we could have just set a world record. It got really quiet when I said that. Like, we're trending on punch cards. Crickets.
Yes, Tyler. Grand Prix Legends. That's another great Papyrus-esque title. Yes, Grand Prix Legends. Excellent. iRacing does have the Lotus 49 and the Lotus 79, so you can get your GPL fix with those cars. It's pretty awesome. Sound great.
That is pretty cool.
Yep.
Actually.
Yeah.
Casual gearheads bringing up the ATI Rage. That's I'm in the 3DFX camp.
Right.
Someone's saying this is going on the FBI archives. Man, I am all over that like a rash. I'm pretty sure.
Don't make me break out my Intellivision, y'all. I will do it. I will break out the Intellivision and I will stream auto race for 24 hours if y'all will watch it. I'll do it. Total silence.
Yeah, I think we maybe wrap it up now.
Did we hit a wall? Am I the only one that hadn't hit a wall?
No, I mean, there's still 200. Well, that can't be right. Well, no, it still says 221. That can't be right. Still 150 people on YouTube. Thank you so much. And to our two diehard Twitch viewers who have made it this far, we love you.
There are still 2 people in Twitch?
There are still 2 people in Twitch, and I feel compelled to give them shout-outs. It is A10 and Commander Root, and JT3455 is still here. So there are some of those that are chatting but not watching. So that we wanted to say thank you to whoever's still watching on Twitch. Everyone that tuned in tonight and interacted with us, it's been great. Hopefully we could give you some quality entertainment to enjoy. I know it's been a pleasure.
It's still quality.
Before we sign off, if we can keep the 2 people in Twitch, before we sign off, Ryan, you need to go find the end theme for the Incredible Hulk TV show.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Just for the 2 people in Twitch, because they hung in for so long, and we feel good about it, but bad at the same time. It's very odd.
Well, let's see here.
Bill Harris says some of us have a life to live.
I found it, guys. So I found it. So I'll play it now, and I want to thank you guys so much. So here we go.
Good night, everyone.